Gaudy. So Gaudy. So Gaudy. Gaudy Stat. Gaudy Stat. Good God, that's Gaudy. Welcome to Gaudy Stats.
With Ben Simmons.
What's on the menu, Benny boy?
Wow. That game, the sheer gaudiness of that game has me at a loss for words right now. But what an entertaining matchup. Like what? Just the constant, persistent offense that wouldn't quit. Oh, really is crazy. The most combined yardage ever in any modern NFL game. It's Super Bowl 52. You just watched it. Tom Brady in a losing effort, 505 passing yards. Man, 28 for 48. He threw the ball 48 times. It's just there was so much offense. We're gonna talk about it. Then we're gonna talk to Dan from Philly. Give him a quick call, and then the man who wants to be referred to as Mr. Football from now on, Patriots fan. Give him a little call. Check in. He's depressed, but he took it pretty well. Took it like a guy who's a fan of a team that has been to 8 Super Bowls in the last 16 years. So I was struggling being sympathetic. But what a game. Let's do this. Let's do this Super Bowl reaction pod with a big 32-ounce bowl of steaming hot black bean chili. Right before bed, a big old bowl with extra sour cream on top, extra guacamole. Maybe make that chili, make the broth, put a little ham hock in there or something. Get some of that pork fat in there. Man, I had some chili. It was delicious. What a game. Let's go ahead and let's talk to Dan.
Hello.
Holy shit, man.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know what happened. I kept reacting to something. I just jumped into the arms of a grown man and wrapped my legs around him. Thankfully, he's a trained MMA fighter and he was able to support my girth. Oh my God. He won the Super Bowl with Nick Foles. Oh my God.
With Nick Foles.
Oh my God. With Nick Foles, the combined IQ of quarterbacks who've beaten Tom Brady in the Super Bowl was 83. And that's counting Eli twice.
Oh my God, dude. What a game.
Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm buying every single piece of merchandise that exists. Every single one.
Do it.
I'm spending thousands of dollars on this. Oh my God, all of the pendants, all of the DVDs. I'm going to buy a DVD in 2018. That's how happy I am.
Standard definition.
No, that's standard def. I'm not a masochist. But actually, yes, I am. I'm a Philadelphia sports fan. But, this is one of the 3 greatest nights of my life.
Yeah, I wanted to get
it's
your...
sad to say out loud, but you know what? Fuck it, it's true. So.
Yeah. I mean,
oh my God, I'm worried that my hometown's gonna burn down. But other than that, this is great. I mean, I'm worried for my parents' lives, but they live pretty far away from downtown, so they'll be.
Dude, the
they'll be all right.
stats in this game were insane, but Nick Foles.
Oh, this might be the greatest football game ever played, man.
Yeah, It was
somehow better than last year.
It's the best. It's like
Fuck my buddies, man.
It's like one of the best games I've ever seen, like in any sport. It was
I mean,
incredible.
the Eagles just won the greatest football game of all time. The Philadelphia fucking Eagles. Oh my God! The meteor could hit tomorrow, and I won't even care. The nukes could drop, and you know what? I've had a good run. I don't want that. I don't want that to happen.
The what could?
The nukes could drop tomorrow, and I wouldn't even care. I mean, they probably will. Trump's probably pretty angry right now, and he's probably asleep. But you know, when he wakes up tomorrow, he's gonna be really angry. Oh,
Try to change the story.
oh my God! All right, Ben, I have some other people I need to call, but
Yeah,
thank you
man.
for checking in. I am still alive.
No problem, man. Hey, congratulations.
Thank you, man.
All right, bye-bye.
Thanks.
Pure jubilation from a man who's basking in glory of a Super Bowl win. The first Super Bowl in Eagles history. And they're saying their first NFL championship since 1960. Wild, crazy game. I keep saying why it was a wild game. It just was back and forth, a lot of scoring, some really gaudy stats. Oh, that's gonna be talked about a lot. How gaudy these numbers were. I mean, Nick Foles, who caught a touchdown pass on that amazing trick play. It really was one of the coolest plays I've ever seen. Look it up online if you haven't seen it. Trey Burton threw a 1-yard TD to Nick Foles. And it was so weird because, you know, the Patriots ran a similar play. And Tom Brady couldn't make the catch, but it would have been a tough catch. Especially for old Tom ambling down the field. It's kind of odd seeing him go out in a pass pattern. He looked a little awkward, surprisingly. But Nick Foles, 28 for 43, 373 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and the INT that was not his fault. He threw it. Jeffrey almost made a great play in this bomb that he threw. He almost caught it with one hand, then it popped out. It was intercepted. But Nick Foles played an incredible game. Like, seriously, he was so accurate on those short little out routes and those slants. I was impressed. But Tom Brady, a Super Bowl record, 505 passing yards and 3 touchdowns. The old man can play. And, man, he did enough to win the game. I mean, the guy played an amazing game. He did get sacked, but that wasn't really his fault. That play happened so fast at the end. The only sack in the game was to win the game. Isn't that wild? What a game. Just crazy. And the receiving numbers by these Patriot receivers. Danny Amendola, 8 receptions, 152 yards. Chris Hogan, 6 receptions, 128 yards, touchdown. Gronk, 9 catches, 116 yards, 2 touchdowns. Damn. And Rex Burkhead had that nice 46-yard catch. On the other side, Waterbug, Corey Clement, 4 catches, 100 yards, touchdown. And it was a beautiful touchdown, too. Beautiful catch. They were saying that maybe he stepped out or he didn't have control as he was stepping out. Still great play. Man, Zach Ertz had a great game. Some clutch catches. 9 targets, 7 receptions, 67 yards, and a touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey had a nice first half. Kind of got shut out the second half. They didn't really throw to him that much either. Torrey Smith, 49 yards. Man, what a game. Blunt had 90 yards and a touchdown. Jay Ajayi, 57 yards on 9 carries. The Eagles ran the ball really well. Nelson Aguilar had a nice game. 11 targets, 9 catches, 84 yards. Oh, man. Brandon Cooks got knocked out of the game. He probably would have had a nice line too. Deion Lewis wasn't featured that heavily. Is it because of the fumble? I don't know. Would like to see more of him. James White, 7 carries, 45 yards, touchdown, along with 2 for 21 through the air. Some great stats. Great game. Great stats. If I said it's a great game enough, I think they know it's a great game. But it was. Man alive. All right, so we talked to Dan, and boy, was he happy. I don't blame him, man. I mean, God, what a feeling. He was concerned that Philadelphia's going to burn down, and it just might. But now, got to talk to the losing side. The man who wants to be referred to as Mr. Football. I gave him a call.
Hello.
Hey, buddy.
Hello. Hey.
How you doing,
How's
my
it
friend?
going? I don't have anything to say.
Oh man, it was a hell of a game. It was.
Yeah.
The offense was. Oh, I never seen anything
Yeah.
like it. I mean,
Just really upset right now, man. I was gonna say I don't have anything to say and then just end it because I thought that would be pretty good content.
yeah, man. Hey, short and sweet. You know.
I mean, would that be helpful? Would that be good analysis if I just kind of ended it? 'Cause,
just,
I mean,
just,
not really into it.
I'm not gonna make you
Well, look,
rehash the
here's
whole
the-
game. I'm not gonna do that to you.
I think look the Eagles they did great. I think Doug Peterson, man, that guy's got a pair. He's got some cojones on him.
Really does.
Going for it on fourth down the way they did. I mean he knew when to go for it. And you can't take anything away from the Eagles. They played a great game. But you know, maybe this is bias coming in on my end, and I'm sure it is, but like I look at that game, the Patriots lost that game. I'm gonna say like that.
Wow.
That defense was wretched. They couldn't stop anybody. You know,
Eagles couldn't
again,
either.
I mean,
Eagles couldn't either. Eagles couldn't.
The Eagles couldn't. Yeah, the Eagles couldn't either until they had to, and they got it. So I mean, yeah, they did. So I mean, it is kind of hard to say that they you know, the Patriots lost it outright. I mean, the Eagles did what they had to do to win, and hey, man, my hat's off to them. They played great. But man, that defense was awful. Not just that, but like the play calling on both sides of the ball. Awful offensive play calling really early on. I mean, Josh McDaniels is doing these trick plays. I mean, okay, it's fourth and one.
The Brady reception, or what would have been a reception. Now they're making it. They were making. We'll go back to the 4th and 1. Then we'll go back to that. But I just wanted to say, on the broadcast, they were making it seem like it was an easy catch. It wasn't that easy. It wasn't as easy as Nick Foles' catch.
Yeah, I will give you that. Oh, and just as an aside, on Nick Foles' catch, that should have been a flag for illegal formation. They only had 6 guys on the line of scrimmage. They had 7 guys behind the line of scrimmage. Every time that's illegal formation. You have to have 7 guys on the line of scrimmage.
One of those receivers wasn't on the line?
And yeah, no. If you look at a still shot, you count 6 guys on the line of scrimmage and 7 guys off. That's a legal formation every time.
Gotcha.
I mean, they missed it. It is what it is. But
what about that 4th and 1? Let's go to the 4th and 1.
But so, well, I was just going to say, look, you got that 4th and 1, and they go for it, and not only do they make a stupid play call with Brandon Cooks, who did some instead of like driving an extra 6 inches to get a first down, wants to jump 8 feet in the air. So you get Brandon Cooks. You don't have James White in the game. You don't have Deion Lewis in the game. You don't have Burkhead in the game. I mean, that is awful play calling right there on the part of McDaniels. You go for it on 4th and 1, and then the next series, you kick a field goal on 4th and 5. Excuse me. Let me take this back. On 4th and 1, they try and kick a field goal. Yeah, I'm like getting all my timing messed up. That was a 3rd down play call, and then on 4th, they try and kick a field goal and they miss it on 4th and 1, and then on 4th and 5, they go for it later in that half.
The field goals were bizarre in that game. The field goals, that was such a weird dynamic, element of the game is this shaky field goal kicking because of the logos.
And, and I just thought and Gronk was kind of forgotten in the first half.
Yeah.
And then he just got peppered with targets in the second half, and it's like, dude, McDaniels, what are you doing? Why are you not doing this the whole game? You know,
Well, Brady was.
Why do you?
Brady had the choice to throw it to him or not.
Oh yeah. Say what now?
I said Brady had the choice to throw it to Gronk or not, or was it you think it was scheme?
Yeah. So like you're scheming him open. Gronk, some of those play calls are schemed directly for Gronk.
That's true.
I don't know. I just he's looking for him all in the second half.
Yeah.
I mean, and
he was beasting.
I don't know, man.
God, he was running free. Yeah, that was a rough hit, man. That was a rough hit.
Was really hurt. It was a rough hit, but then you have Phillip Dorsett, and I actually think Phillip Dorsett is a nice approximation to Brandon Cooks.
Interesting, yeah.
But Brady just doesn't trust him. Brady doesn't trust him. He doesn't like throwing his way for whatever reason. I mean, it's probably because he can't catch as good as Cooks can. But I mean, he's faster than Cooks. He can spread the field vertically like Cooks can.
Yeah.
So stretch the field vertically.
Yeah.
And so I mean, he's got all those same traits that Cooks does. So I don't see why he doesn't utilize him more, especially after Cooks went down.
Yeah.
And then on the other side of the ball, with Patricia, I mean, it is a ragtag of players out there. I'll grant him that.
Yeah.
But man, having Jordan Richards in that game, I do not know what either Patricia or Bill Belichick sees in Jordan Richards. He is god awful. It's one of the worst draft picks that Bill Belichick has ever used on this guy. Oh,
Malcolm Butler. Malcolm Butler. What was the situation there?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't. It's sad because we really could have used him. But there's no way that Eric Rowe is better. I mean, Butler had a down year this year, but Butler on a down year is better than Eric Rowe. Eric Rowe, especially early on, was continually getting roasted. They were picking on Eric Rowe, and rightfully so. And then when Patrick Chung had to go out, they subbed Johnson Batamosi in instead of Butler. So there is something there that it's not just Eric Rowe's a better player, we're going to put him in. Yeah. No, it's like they went out of their way to not play Malcolm Butler. And I was telling Osbo that as a cynical take, maybe they want they don't want to play him Butler, and then they might be able to get Butler back for cheap in the offseason because he's going to be a free agent.
Yeah, well, it flashed in my mind that maybe he didn't want to get hurt or something, but there's no way that could be true, right?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. At this stage in the game, I don't know what. If I'm Butler, I am pissed that I'm not playing.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Super Bowl.
I'm not playing for
play.
me. It's just, I don't know. I just think they handled that so wrong. In fact, I think during the whole duration they've played Malcolm Butler really dirty through his whole tenure here.
They tried to trade him.
Well, no,
they wanted to trade him for a while.
They tagged him. They gave him an exclusive, a restricted free agent tender, a first round tender. So he's making $3.5 million, I believe. And but meanwhile, they're shelling out big bucks to Stephon Gilmore, who ended up, he was the only bright spot tonight.
He played great, man.
He was the only bright spot. He played for his money, but rewind to March of 2017, and when all this is going down, and if I'm Malcolm Butler, I'm like, whoa, you're not paying me, the guy that basically won Super Bowl 49, that was a second team All Pro in 2016. You're not going to be paying me. You're going to be paying somebody else, and basically telling me bye.
Yeah.
Like, F you guys.
It's a classic. Hate to tell you, Kemp, but it's a classic Belichick Patriots move.
Yeah, I mean,
to do somebody dirty like that.
But it is what it is. But the fact that he wasn't playing irks me. The fact that Jordan Richards was playing, the fact that they couldn't get any pressure on Nick Foles, it's just. I think when you look back on it, this was a real hit and miss on Bill Belichick for Bill Belichick, the GM, over this last offseason, trading all those picks away to get Brandon Cooks, to get Coney Ely, who ended up being cut, to get Dwayne Allen, who was whatever, Mike Gillislee. These are guys that have had zero impact. The only guy that had an impact, their first draft pick that they got, Derek Rivers, got hurt for the season. Tony Garcia, their lineman, got hurt for the season before they even, in the preseason, both of those guys. And then Dietrich Wise, it was okay as a rookie. But it's just there's so many holes that they have on defense. I mean, they've got no depth. This is what I'm looking at on defense. They need help.
Yeah.
On the defensive line, they need help at linebacker. They need to get younger in the secondary. They need a quarterback as well. It's I don't know.
Well, I thought you said quarterback at first. I was like, hold on a second.
Quarterback. No, they do need a quarterback.
A quarterback? The Patriots?
Yeah, they need. Wow. Yeah, I mean they don't. What?
But you just traded away Jimmy G.
I know, and now they need another one that they can groom for 4 years and to replace. Because if you're Bill Belichick, you can't look at Tom Brady. He's about to be 41.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's crazy.
You can't be like, okay.
Oh my God.
All right.
He played great though. He played great for the most part.
He did. He had a great game. He really did have a great game.
I mean, the guy threw for 505 passing yards, Kemp. 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's wild.
He had a great game until that very end, man. Oh man. But if you're Bill Belichick, you can't look at it and be like, oh, yeah, he's just going to be the way he was this past year. This past year was out of the ordinary. You can't every year you have to look at it and you have to go in thinking, okay, he's going to drop off. That's how you have to go in. So if he's going to drop off, I need somebody in the wings. Brian Hoyer, God love him, isn't it? He's not the answer. We have to go somewhere else. So.
Well, Brady's in uncharted territory for quarterbacks right now.
I know it, man.
In terms of age, I mean. Oh.
It's
I mean,
just,
how much longer can he keep this up? He's going to have to avoid injury. We saw what happened with Peyton. He couldn't even
like he wants to do it
throw it
till
anymore.
45. Like 45 is the year he wants, and he said, he wants to win a couple more Super Bowls too. But man, that was a hard one to solve. But I mean, hey,
it's a tough loss, man. It's a tough loss
to the Eagles. They played great. So it was a great game, and they played great. And I mean, they're going to be a tough nut to crack next year.
Nick Foles with the game of his life.
Like what? Which is another thing. Like, what's Philly gonna do with Nick Foles?
Yeah, I was thinking that the whole game. I was like, what the hell are they gonna do if he wins this game?
I don't know what you do. Man, I mean the trade offer, because I think he signed for another year with Philly, and the trade offers are going to have to be pretty tempting, but. I don't know if you get rid of him. Not with the way Wentz plays. Yeah, I mean he plays a tough game for QB. Like,
takes a lot of hits.
It's
true.
Yeah, so like I don't know. So that'll be interesting to see how that pans out. But,
man. Well, hey, tough loss. Anything else you want to say, or are you just gonna fall asleep in a pool of your own tears?
And I'm just gonna pout and kick stuff and yell at my wife.
Furiously masturbate.
She's gonna be the verbal punching bag.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
what do you think about that? What they were chanting in the stands? Did you hear that?
No, I didn't hear it.
They were saying, "Big Dick Nick." Big Dick Nick.
Oh yeah.
What do you think about that nickname? It's a little crass.
Yeah.
A little crass.
Yeah.
It's a bit crass.
Very, very, very Eagles. Very Eagles fans to go with that chant.
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, it's a hell of a nickname. I'll tell you, it's an R-rated nickname, but I like it too.
Hey, man.
Actually, Osbo made that up. He sent me that. He sent me a text. I got to give him the credit there. Yeah, he made it up.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, hey, thanks for getting on the horn. Tough loss, but I mean, you guys have been, the level of excellence that the Patriots have achieved is remarkable, and I mean, you've been to the Super Bowl how many times in the last in the Belichick era?
Basically every other year. So this one hurts. He deserved it.
You got it pretty good as a Patriots fan. I'm sorry, I don't have too much sympathy, but I do. It was a tough loss, but it's tough. It's tough to find sympathy in my heart.
We worked hard this entire year. We paid our dues, and this was the Patriots' turn. It wasn't supposed to end like that. Like Foles, maybe next year, okay? This is Brady's year. It was supposed to be Brady's year.
Yeah.
The thing is that you do those run pass options, which I mean they were doing all day.
Yeah.
And the New England linebackers just weren't and aren't athletic enough to both respect the run and then have to come back and get the pass and look out for the pass. They just can't do it. So you're having guys out in the middle of the field just getting up 6, 5, 6, 7 chunk yard plays.
Yeah.
It was one of those things. They had the formula to beat the New England defense because they were just getting smoked out there, and it wasn't even close.
Yeah.
But the fact that I think honestly, I'm so angry at Bill Belichick for having Jordan Richards in there. Like, that guy was a waste of space.
What's his position? What is he, linebacker?
He's like cornerback.
A cornerback.
Honestly, he has to have new pictures of Tom Brady and Bill Belichick or something, because nobody knows why he still holds on to this guy.
Mm.
He sucks. He sucks. He was drafted as
Got
a
some
safety.
nudie.
Yeah, he was drafted as a safety, failed there. So Bill Belichick switched him to cornerback, failed there. So in the beginning of the season, switched him to linebacker, and he failed there.
Mm.
And here's another thing. The Doug Peterson offense is kind of an offshoot of Andy Reid. Andy Reid's game plan. And Andy Reid's game plan,
Andy Reid tree,
was effective. He had Jordan Richards
Big tree.
playing against the Chiefs, and he sucked. He was awful in that game. And then Bill Belichick turned around in the Super Bowl and had the exact same fucking game plan for the Eagles. It blows my mind that he has so much faith in Jordan Richards. Oh God, I'm apoplectic just thinking about it because Jordan Richards is so terrible.
Oh my God, man! Hey, I'm starting to get a little sympathy for you now. It's slowly.
Thank you.
Seeping
That was
little
the
bit.
point.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, please.
I'm starting to feel a little sympathetic. I am.
Thank you. Yeah. So that fumble at the end there, it was what was it? It wasn't Fletcher Cox. It was man, I forget his name. But he was going up against Cameron Fleming, who is our third string tackle. We lost Marcus Cannon for the year. Adrian Waddle went down in the AFC title game. So it was just one of those things, man, where it's like you've been doing so well, and man, it just sucks. It's like, what if, and again, maybe you could say the same thing with Wentz being out, but
yeah. But Foles just played
it's
such an amazing game that, you got to think that Carson Wentz wouldn't play that kind of game. Maybe he would, but just the systematic high percentage. He was slinging it out there, Foles. Some accurate throws. I was surprised and impressed.
Yeah, it was. Man, I can't believe we lost. I can't believe we lost.
It's a tough one. Tough one to swallow.
They had our number, man.
Yeah, at least it was a classic game. The Patriots could have won that game if they played it. What's the old saying? You play it 10 times. Patriots could have won it 5. Yeah. Eagles could have won it 5.
I don't know, man. I don't know. The way they were playing, they just had they had New England's number. Maybe.
New England was shredding their defense, though. New England was shredding their defense.
He was. Brady was on fire, man. Good Lord, Brady was on fire. If they could have just gotten one stop, just one fucking stop.
That fourth down when the Eagles were in their own territory. With
God.
5 minutes left.
Oh, I just knew they weren't going to get that. I knew they weren't going to get that.
That was crazy. Zach Ertz had a hell of a game.
Tackle in the back. Yeah.
Just clutch catches. All right, man.
Yeah.
Well, I won't torment you anymore. Just
Thank you.
rest easy, my friend. There'll be more games next year, and we know the Patriots are going to be awesome again.
Hey, man. Hey. The draft is coming up. Now we got to look at the combine. Got to look at all these rookies coming in. I'm ready. I am pumped for it.
Man, there's going to be a lot of 40 times to analyze.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got to get down and dirty with the stats here. This is great. This is honestly, man. This is my favorite time of year. This is my favorite time of year. You get to see
watching some film.
Great.
Watching some film.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just really going hard at the studying. Yep. It's going to be great. But, all right, man. Well, you have a good night.
Hey, man. Thanks for getting on the horn. Appreciate it.
Yeah, not a problem, brother.
All
Have a
right,
good
buddy.
one.
All right, talk to you
Peace.
soon. Bye-bye.
So there you have it. 2 fan reactions on the opposite ends of the spectrum. Although I think Mr. Football took it pretty well. So thanks for listening. Appreciate it. Hey, thank you. Hey, thanks. Thanks, man. Or woman. Hey, appreciate it. Hell of a game. I've said it 1,000 times. Wild, fun game. Stats piling up. The greatest Super Bowl of all time? Last year's was pretty good. That comeback. But this one was back and forth. Both teams in it to the very end. Please rate us on iTunes. 5 stars. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Gaudy Stats Podcast. Please follow us on Twitter at Gaudy Stats. Please follow us on Facebook, Gaudy Stats Podcast. Oh man, I lost my voice. I was kind of screaming at the TV a little bit. I don't know why. I'm an indifferent observer, but great game. Fun to see another team win a Super Bowl. I feel like the Patriots have had their fun in the sun for sure. You know, it's good to see Doug Peterson and the Eagles and Nick Foles, Big Dick Nick as they call him. Crass nickname. No, the kids should earmuff themselves, but it's a pretty funny nickname though. Pretty great. Copyright Osbo. Man, okay. Well, thank you so much for listening. We appreciate it. We'll be back during the week, midweek. Maybe talk some NBA. Oh yeah, now NBA is gonna rule the day. Yeah, all NBA, all the time. No, we'll still talk some NFL. Thanks a lot for listening. Hope you had a great Super Bowl. Hope you ate a lot. Had some nice finger foods. Egg rolls, little mini egg rolls are delicious. Love those. Chips, salsa, guacamole. Oh, God. I had a lot of guacamole. It was really good. God, I love guacamole. Did I mention I love avocados? Only 1,000 times. Well, sorry, but I really like them. Okay. Oh man, I'm talking to myself. Hey, have a great week, and thank you so much for listening to the Gaudy Stats podcast. Well, now I'm English, now I'm British. What kind of accent was that? Okay, talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.